They're not. I'm in the school. I'm going to pick you up from school. I'm going
Hmm.
to drop you off. I'm coming to. I'm sitting here. What do you got here? I just proofread a paper earlier today. It's like, okay, well, let me see what you wrote. As we're
Hmm.
looking at the stuff, it's like, okay, well, here's how you tighten it up. Your vernacular is a tad bit off. Okay, well, let's clean it up. Let's get you where you need to be as far as what you say, how you're writing and how you speak. You don't write the same way that you speak. Fix this. You don't say theirs. You say there is when you're
Right.
formally writing. And you're teaching them as they go along, but that's an involved effort.
I mean, just like today, today was me and Maya's, first day back to school. Got home from work, released the nanny. Hey, how was y'all day? Blah blah blah. Okay, y'all got homework? No, no homework. Okay, let me see your book bag.
Open it up.
Hmm. Hmm. Let me log online because your teacher posts all the homework that needs to get done.
Hmm.
They didn't have no homework. Okay, introduction. I get it. Okay, introductory. All right, cool, no problem.
But I
But
trust
you
it.
got to be, but you got to be involved. Trust but verify. But you
Trust
got to
will
be
verify.
involved, man. Got to
Yeah,
be
it's like
involved.
before she got to do her own thing and chill out, went right there in the canvas, like, okay, all right, see, check mark, submitted, 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 everything for August 15th. All right, high five. Have a good day.
Hmm.
And that's not saying that moms are incapable of doing that, but I'm dad. It means something coming from me.
It's different. Let's just keep it a buck. The feeling is different.
The structure is different.
The structure's yeah.
The whole building is different. Everything about it is different. So you have to understand that to make it to where the thought process of a male's importance is optional is so beyond ridiculous that I pity anybody who buys into that narrative or believes that philosophy for a second. What I bring to the table and what I have brought to the table has been amazing, at the least. You know why? Because I learned more about me. I allowed her to teach me more about who I was because without her, I never get a chance to tap into the sector of me. You don't know an obligation until you have a life that you have to be accounted for. You
Hmm.
don't know who you are until you are faced in a situation to where you have no resources, you have nothing available, and you have to just sit back and say, I can't go home until I figure this out. And I still got to bounce you on my knee and play with you, do everything else, and pretend like it's all good. Meanwhile, wheels is turning as I'm trying to figure it out. The point of me saying this, the point of him saying this is the significance of what a father brings to the table is so essential. Yet we've gotten into this society to where the world has really tried to screw it up and make us appear as if we are not as valuable as what we are. And I, for one, will not stand here and allow anybody to devalue the importance of an active father under any circumstances.
Hmm.
Every man in my circle, every one of them, every extraordinary man, you are not allowed to even rep the brand of the extraordinary man in any regard in the event that you are not involved in your children's lives. Just
That is
don't
a
happen.
standard.
I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, my baby mama was tripping and things. Okay? Go stand outside until you get her attention or until she called the police. Do something to make sure that that child knows that I'm doing everything that I can and it's not me. It's not me. Daddy's here.
Yep.
Do everything that you need to do to show that child that daddy is here. If it mean that much to you, it mean that much to you. You're not gonna keep me away from our kid, man.
Yep. Even if you put in some paperwork, I got to stay 150 feet away from you. Okay, I'm gonna go buy one of them lasers so I can calculate exactly where 150 feet is at, and I'm gonna be right there at 151 feet. waving, waving.
throwing paper airplanes or
I'm
whatever.
gonna see my kid, man. I'm gonna
Hey
see my
man, even more so than that, I didn't got on the road countless times, hopped in the hoopty and just drove across state lines just to make sure, show my face and do what's necessary to do. It wasn't even nothing wrong with my relationship. It was just what we did. So with those things, man, it's like I hear guys when they make the excuses, when they say that there's these things. Sometimes it requires you to check yourself inside and find out, what am I doing? First and foremost, have I forgiven myself for whoever I wasn't when I did whatever I did with that young woman?
Yep, that part too. And then there's also, the flip side of that coin as well. I know that I was the best version of me when I was with that woman and she didn't appreciate it.
Either that or what I was anytime that I'm having a situation, right, with a young woman, and it's like, I always say that you did it right. You did it right. You did it differently than a lot of other guys did it. Because it's harder to do this when you don't already have your money in order. We're not already
Yeah.
established in a career or have an idea where you're trying to go. It's harder. And the problem with things that are hard is the fact that it takes a toll on a man. And more so than a toll on a man is the fact that your respect from a woman is based on your ability to provide. So if you're not in a position to provide anything, you're failing that woman. And then you get mad at the woman for not supporting you. But what is she supporting? Based on the rules that a woman is supposed to follow your lead. Where are you leading her to? So when it comes down to the accountability that men must have, is the fact that you cannot just be out here impregnating people and you have no plan. You just cannot be out here wooing women and doing things with these women and you have no plan for them.
Maybe that is the plan.